And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Elise. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to the barn to have 2 lessons today. It is a Thursday and it is hot outside, and I'm not actually sure who's teaching because Michael was here on Tuesday, but I think he might be out of town now, so I'm not sure. But Tuesday was a flat lesson, so I think today will probably be jumping, which is always fun, but I figured I'd take you guys along with me, so let's go. Oh, my shoe's untied. Alright, to the barn we go. Luckily for me, the barn now is only like 10-15 minutes away. The old barn, like the old Windsor facility, was like 30-40 minutes away. So I always had to leave like hours before in order to get there and get ready and everything. But we're heading to the barn. I'm gonna listen to some music and my dad's gonna come and film once he finishes a meeting he has. So on the first horse, he'll probably only get jumping, and then the second horse he'll get some fly and jumping. But either way, you guys are coming with. Olivia is coming with too. Okay, so for this first course on Chino, I wanted to make sure he got really straight to this jump because he likes to twist in the air. So to me, it was more important that he jumped the jump straight and in good form rather than trying to twist and land that right lead. Then I come down to this trot jump as the hanger. As you can see, I kind of went wide to slice it so that he would land left without me having to, again, try and have him land left and possibly twist and hit it. Then you just see me come in a little bit in this corner so that I can find something to keep going to into this line. And then I just ride up a little bit because it is a little bit of a longer 5 and he lands left out because I was pretty straight all the way through. Now, coming to the single oxer, he sometimes likes to swap to the right lead. So again, I'm just trying to keep him really straight, and he jumped a pretty good jump. And then I had this inside turn here into the 1-to-1. Now, what I didn't really like about this is I got there a little bit long, which isn't great when you have such a short line, but I made it work. And then I come out of the corner to go to this bending line, jump the butterflies, and then gallop up in 7 to this little jump. There's Maya, very stressed about what's going on. And so then I just come around again to do this one stride, and I got deeper there, which made the actual line itself much nicer. And there's Maya again. So we ended with Chino on that. Like I said, my dad got there towards the end, so that's why we're starting with the courses. And then I go to get on Apple. Jose is helping hold him because I knew he was going to be a little bit wild this day. We head down to the outside arena, but we weren't down there long before it starts to storm, as you'll hear in the video clips. So we end up leaving and going to the covered arena, which you're going to see. And I'm not going to do any voiceovers over the flat. You can hear the peaceful rain and thunder. And I will do a voiceover when we jump. I was so glad those poles are back where they're supposed to be.
What do you say, you Apple?
So excited. You see his tongue sticking out the side.
I guess not. She never texted me. She said she could do 1:30. I asked her if she was coming and she didn't answer me back. So just unpack it for a minute. Ow. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. That looks like it's got a little more momentum to it. And we're going to go ahead and catch up half, turn, change directions, track right.
Okay, so we start in the covered ring over this little jump, and we wanted to get really deep to it and collect to it just to get the horses really listening to us, especially because it's a small arena. Then the storm stopped and we head back outside and warm up a few times over this butterfly jump where we could, find more of an open distance rather than a collected one. So now we're going to do a very similar course that I did on Chino. We're starting off on the quarter line vertical going away. I just wanted to keep Apple straight here. He doesn't really like to land the left lead, so I didn't expect him to, but I don't want him to land split, so I just let him land right. You'll see me turn in front of this vertical right here to slice the oxer. I end up getting here a little deep, but it's okay because I have a short turn on the backside to come back down to this butterfly jump. Here, because it's all the way across the ring, I wanted to open up a little bit, find something, nice and open, not too deep, to really show that I'm getting across the ring. And then I sit back, collect him to come around to this jump because it comes up really quick once you come around the corner. And then we are coming around to this hanger like I did on Chino for a trot jump. Again, just want to get him back and straight, and I angle it a little bit right, even though I know he's going to land right, but it gives me more time to make the lead change and turn. Then I get up in my half seat, get him going a little bit. Again, I kind of cut this turn in so that I can find something nice to go up to, but for Apple, this 5 is really easy, so I actually had to whoa out a little bit. Then to this oxer, he was dragging me a little bit by this point because he was a little bit excited to jump, so I just sat back and made him wait. It might not be the prettiest jump and certainly not what you'd want in the show ring, but for a schooling ride, that's a really good ride for him because he needs to learn to sit back and wait and not just drag me. But he was really good through this one, and it was really good for him because it made him sit back on his haunches rather than just dragging. And then this 7 is really easy for him because he's got such a big stride. However, I did a lead change like halfway down the line, which you'll see me come back and fix the second time. Okay, let's do this one more time. So to the first jump, I changed a little bit. I decided to start out with more pace so I could just hold at the base rather than being a little bit desperate here. And that worked out a lot better, and he even landed left. Now, coming around to the single oxer, again, I got a little bit deep, but for a training ride, I think this was really good for him because he really had to think about coming back. And again, I had that short turn on the backside, so it made it easier. And then here, I just got up in my half seat a little bit and kept going to the butterflies. Get a nice lead change and sit back down to balance through this tight turn. And here I found a much nicer distance without it looking too panicked or rushed. And that was because I got him back earlier this time. Then we go around to this trot jump, kind of same thing as last time. Do the lead change, get him going a little bit again, coming through this turn into the 5. And again, I have to sit back and whoa a little bit because he's got such a big stride, but he landed left out, which is really, really good for him because he doesn't really like to land left. And then again, he was a little bit pulley to this oxer, so I just sat back and made him wait because it's better to have a good schooling ride than just to let him get away with what he wants to do. But we make a nice inside turn coming to this 1 again. Again, I'm sat down trying to find something deep. And this definitely makes him back off a lot, which is really good. And then the last thing is we come to this 7, and then I know he's going to land right because he doesn't like landing left. So I'm thinking about that and planning how I'm going to hold that lead while still getting up this 7, which is quite forward. And there you have it. That's it.
He's got a lead cut him. Big cut for him. So much more organized and everywhere. Now stop it. You get
Alright y'all, thanks so much for coming to the barn with me. It started pouring, so we had to go in the indoor ring and do some flat work, and then it stopped, so we came back out and jumped. But the horses were super good. Apple was a little fresh just because we didn't jump on Tuesday, so he always gets excited, but not in like a bad way. And Chino was great. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!